Mental health is important. If you are experiencing any level of mental distress or unease, please seek professional help. Therapists and psychiatrists are there to provide a safe and reliable space to process stress and difficult situations through various methods. They are there to provide preventative and post-care for such things. If you are experiencing a situation that requires immediate or emergency attention, please check the links below for crisis and emergency options. You can also find links below to charities that help children in need. Any help you can provide would be appreciated. Our social media, Ko-Fi, Throne, and Discord server are linked below as well. The Discord is a community gaming space with a completely optional section for Dungeons and Moogles.
Alright, and of course, last time I mentioned that we had some merchandise starting to roll out. I've got up the designs for all 6 characters, including the good old Make. So those are available for purchase. There's also one for Magdalene herself, which I am waiting on to have shipped to me, because I ordered one. In case you missed it, we do have that linked in our private space on the Discord, my lovely players, so you can check them out. I have a link there. I'm probably also going to post it in the promotion section for our Discord space as well later tonight. With all that, though, let's get to our recap. So, last time, as we began, Pious found himself beginning to freeze under the water. Even for all of his metal body and everything, it was simply just too cold. He managed to force his way back up to the top before he was frozen solid. And Wrath and everyone kind of moved to the shoreline, so Wrath had used some magic to begin heating him up and getting him back to a neutral temperature. Meanwhile, Twilight and the Hermit were searching the judicial building. They found some birth and death records, and amongst the most recent indicated that a lot of the people who had been passing were essentially overcome by sadness, anger, negative emotions, and kind of unalive to themselves. In particular, they did find one that may have indicated a patient 0 by the name of Mork Zurkerbog, who was a fisherman who had been mutated, and when he returned from the lake, he had one arm that was like 10 times its usual size. His skin seemingly had been replaced by bark, and one of his eyes had become an obsidian orb. He died of heart failure while attempting to tell everyone about what happened, not able to do so fully in the process, unfortunately. They chose to head back over to meet up with everybody else. Wrath, Pious, and Tempest had already begun to go back to the center of the lake with an idea in mind to actually reach the bottom and the torment crystal that was hiding at the bottom. She caught up and kind of relayed that information about Mork, and through weaving the magics together with merge casting, you were able to grant Tempest immunity to the cold, and utilizing both her boots and ring of haste and speed, she was able to reach the bottom quickly. As she did so, she didn't see a reflection of herself in this polished crystal, but instead the air of the Willowdale. She reached out to touch it and found herself in the void, standing face to face with the air. Wrath and Pious also found themselves viewing this scene as well there in the void, but they had no physical presence or means to interact with the scene. The air of the Willowdale showed that she already had Soul Drinker, that it was a point in the future that she was communicating from, and that she had spent several centuries planning what she's doing, and that the dagger itself was only a means to her ends. She also offered compensation, feeling that it was fair and just, and offered to do something for Tempest, in particular to basically get her out of the magical pact with Pazuzu, mentioning that to do so would be to cut away a piece of herself, some ability or part of her body, or even memories, potentially, allowing her to be both free and for Pazuzu to still believe that the pact was in place. As the scene ended, she took note of how the floor of the lake around the torment crystal had begun to turn to like sheets of steel, smooth and shining, and that the aquatic life down below didn't resemble any known creatures and instead looked like eldritch abominations. She then quickly returned to the top as she felt the madness beginning to seep into her mind again, where everything was able to be communicated, including the fact that this torment monolith was large enough for Pious to be able to fit inside of it if it were hollow. With all of that said, everyone kind of returned to the shoreline and decided that it was about time to take a sleep. It was late into the night, and everyone was pretty exhausted from the day. The next morning, as everyone was kind of discussing plans on how to handle it, amongst the options was simply the Hermit going down and absorbing it. But he was unsure of whether he felt comfortable doing it, whether he thought that was an acceptable option, what could go wrong, what could go right. And so you all kind of chose to continue exploring while he meditated on the decision, so to speak. Where is it? So in the end, you ended up breaking into groups. Pious and Twilight began to head to the graveyard of the town so they could dig up the corpse of Mork and you speak with Dead to get information, while Wrath and Tempest decided to head to the judicial building. After arriving, the first room that they ended up entering was a courtroom where 4 corpses were. They animated themselves as you've seen these corpses do previously and watched their final moments play out. The defendant was a friend of Mork's who was accused of illegally fishing on the lake, just like Mork had been accused of posthumously after he came back and was dead. During it eventually became heated and the man went wild. He was attacking the prosecution, and when he realized what he was doing, he ended up clawing at his own face until he himself was no longer alive. The other 3, in a panic about it, expressed the madness spreading, and they kind of tried to rush away, and they ended up breaking pieces of the wood, and you saw how they all, almost Final Destination style, died impaling themselves while trying to escape. You moved on from that room after the scene finished. You kind of got a brief look into one of the basic rooms with a lot of paperwork and such in it, and just kind of got reinforcement that the madness did spread throughout the town over time, not necessarily instantly. Finding a note that emphasized this because the last of the people who had been working in that space left a note that was panicked, mentioning that they were the last alive and are they going to die soon. You then moved on and found a small armory. You were able to see kind of one body before you fully stepped into the room, but as you did, a cacophony of voices from multiple bodies began going as they all were expressing their remorse for being unable to protect the people of Willowdale and ultimately watching them take their own lives with the equipment in the armory that was already on hand when you had walked into the room. You left that room, and continued to explore and went into one last office, which was the space for licensing, whether fishing license, hunting license, or other regulated activities. You took note of how advanced this judicial system was compared to most Maluviette. It was less medieval and more modern, with just a lot of attention to smaller details and a lot of considerations for the local foliage and wildlife, as well as people's own health and safety. As you were kind of searching around, you did discover information about Mork's friend, but not him, and found that he had applied for a fishing license months before his own passing, but it seemed to have been getting passed around with a lot of red tape and bureaucracy, and no one really knew what was going on. It looked like he kind of fell through the cracks at places, indicating he may have legitimately broken the law as well to go fishing out on the lake when he didn't have permission. You found information as well to kind of indicate and reinforce the same spread of madness theory. And as you kind of were heading to leave the building and entered that main room again, heading towards the door, Twilight burst through, bouncing excitedly because she had come up with an idea of how to move the tournament monolith. Which, although it was odd because she didn't, go with Pious to the graveyard, it also kind of made sense because this is the type of behavior she engages in. Just kind of, I had a thought, and then run off to do that. Very ADHD. And she mentions that, maybe a scroll teleportation could work, because there's a dragon, so it's got this advanced judicial system. It would stand to reason there might be a permanent teleportation circle as well, but that she lacked the finances, that she was short on being able to buy one from Patches. And, when you asked how much she needed, she told you she needed about $350. And that's when you realize it wasn't Twilight, but an 18-foot tall dinosaur from the Paleolithic era. And you basically got a goddamn Loch Ness monster and attacked it, driving it away pretty much instantly.
Goddamn.
And a reminder now that I also presented then is, as much as some things may seem random like this or the disappearing Goblin Village, there are lore reasons that are potentially able to be engaged with now, but you all might also not run into them until a later campaign because they're not a focal point for quite some time in the story. So, after that, though, Wrath kind of put out the theory that maybe the Loch Ness monster is that dragon that's been mutated, to which, Dan, I assure you all, that's not what's happening. The dragon and the Loch Ness monster are separate entities. But you and Tempest then rushed off to go meet Pious and Twilight, and about the time you arrived is when they had begun to dig up the grave. They had been at it for a little bit, and together you all finished the process so that Pious could finally cast Speak with Dead. You didn't sit up and begin speaking like Common or Elvish or any other dominant language within Maluviette, and instead began speaking in the only language that Pious does not know, and that is the Eldritch tongue. Lucky for all of you, Tempest happens to know the language. Still relatively unexplored why, though. The first question was, what is the cause of all of this madness in this town? To which Mork replied, unbridled madness. The second question, is there a way to retrieve the torment monolith from the bottom of the lake? To which he responded, there are many ways. Magic or brute force both require strong minds and will. The third question, Mork, who else has been affected like you by this torment fragment? And his reply was cryptic. 1,000,000 before, human, animal, plant, the dead and the living, 1,000,000 more after. The fourth question was used to ask where the dragon resides in the area, to which he replied, Bazziat dwells in the shortest peak of the range nearest the east. And with the final question, you asked who was the person or entity that placed this town here next to this corruption. And he replied, the bringer of true madness. The forgotten one is the cause. And to which Pious, you kind of took that to mean that although the forgotten one didn't actually place the town there or directly do it, it was his weaving of madness and all of that that ultimately led this town to be here. You chose to do a little bit more exploring after that, and there was a blacksmith, well, two separate blacksmiths. One that was primarily like town's goods, did some weapons. Another that was mostly armor, but did some of the town's goods stuff. And Pious ended up eating some of the rest of metal found, to which a vision flashed through Pious's mind of him tearing into corpses on a battlefield, breaking bone with his teeth, and that rusted iron taste of blood being the common denominator between his actions in this vision. As you kind of continued exploring, you checked out the carpenters. Everything up to this point has just been rotted and worn out. And finally, you went to the general goods store, where there was a lot of rotting meat and foods that caused a much shorter vision for Pious, more like a single still frame of him being able to see his arms covered in this dirty, bloodied hair, and still eating these corpses and being filled with an insatiable hunger, at which point Deuce and Pious together realize that he is seeing, in this vision, from the perspective of Gore, the Wendigo-possessed gnoll. To which all of you kind of went back and decided maybe take a little bit of a rest. You hadn't really decided exactly how you're going forward, but Pious did confide in Wrath about Gore. And so as we begin tonight, it's about 3 p.m. for all of you. As you're sitting around the Instant Fortress, Pious, you've just finished telling Wrath about the visions, about Gore, and you all have a decision to make. There are 3 kind of main choices, but obviously you ultimately have control and may have ideas beyond me. There's resting, there's heading to Bazziat's cave, or maybe even exploring the town more. You've done little enough through this day that if you did choose to just start a rest, it would count for the first day of the 4 for a long rest, but that would mean that if you do a lot after the day has passed into the next, you kind of just reset that rest. Bazziat likely has a large amount of information as he was alive and there when everything happened in the village. But as a dragon who wasn't a part of the day-to-day life, he may be limited in certain aspects of what he might know and what he might not. Whereas the town may not provide large amounts of information, but could answer like the day-to-day life, what interactions they had, how long the process took, and you can pretty much guarantee that you'd find information about any aspect of the situation. So, Pious, we'll start with you, though, tonight, because you are the one that's kind of afflicted with the largest number of issues. What would Pious suggest to the party that you all do?
He would definitely not want to go back to the town anytime soon. He's been fairly quiet for a while, ever since the visions, but he would...
Shit. Fucking voice line. There we go. I think we should go to Bazziat's cave. At least to see what's there.
I think we should do this prepared if we do. But it is... I agree to. I think that would be a good heading.
I would prefer not to go back to the town right now.
And an even better reason, I say.
This whole time, he's not making eye contact with anybody as well. He's just looking everywhere except for at people.
What do you think we need to do to prepare?
Well, first, I think we should have a majority vote. Tempest? Twilight?
I'm up for a dragon.
You, Twilight?
Oh no, she fell in the frozen lake.
Oh no. Let her out, quick.
No.
We had to make
She's
friends
here,
with
but
her.
she's not.
I'll be fine.
Oh no, she's trying. She's trying.
Regardless, it's a win-win. We either fight it or we become friends with it. Or both.
Well, if If it's just as mad as the people here, then we may have to fight it.
That's true. Oh, is Twilight awake? Is she alive?
She's trying so hard, but she can't seem to get her voice going.
Given that it like reset my audio, it might have done the same to her.
Probably.
Possibly. Twilight, if you can hear us, you might need to go to the settings and change your speaker. Or microphone, not speaker.
All of the above.
I mean, if she has to change all of the above, that means she can't hear us.
Ooh, that's a predicament. Well, magical voice in the sky, you do make valid points.
I'm so sorry. I missed. What were you saying about like arrest? I didn't catch the how many days thing.
It would be day 1 of arrest. But you did way too much the previous day to start arrest. I mean, you were up till like fucking 1 a.m. But you've only been doing things for like 4 hours right now, so you could just sit down and start a long rest. But that would mean that for the next few days, if you wanted to get the long rest, you'd be very limited about how much you could do. Oh, I think we lack Twilight for the moment, but she probably wants to meet a dragon.
Look at her. She's shaking with excitement.
She's shaking with excitement.
Oh, no, it's the ice that's on her. That's what it is.
Well,
Well,
I mean, prepared as much as we can. Perhaps not arrive there at night.
We should definitely go and we can get a general idea of the surrounding area before we jump in.
Kind of take it easy as much as we can on the way up there, maybe.
so you would estimate about like 3 to 4 hours to get into the general area, and then time after that to actually find the cave. So it would basically take the rest of this day's activities to get there, in the general sense.
I just don't like the idea of showing up at night whenever we have a disadvantage.
I understand.
Should we wait for the sun to come up then?
My vote.
Sure. I could use some time to think.
Sounds like we're settling in.
We have a few hours. Don't isolate yourself too much, Pious. You need to talk. We're here.
You didn't see what I saw, Wrath.
No, I didn't. That's why I'm telling you this.
He looks at you when he says this.
Things.
No.
And I didn't just see it. I tasted it. Felt the meat between my teeth. I felt hungry. And it wasn't
Still hungry
normal
now?
hunger.
Are you hungry now?
No, but the feeling is still there. I don't know. It's not right. It almost reminds me of my past. Almost. Anyway, sure, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I just need to be alone right now.
Or no, what's out here still?
I'll keep an earshot.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He gets up and he walks outside and kind of looks at the landscape a little bit. And then he leans up against a nearby tree and leans his head back and stares at the sky.
As you look up in the sky, after having seen this vision through the eyes of Gore, you kind of start to realize a difference in how you see things versus how either Gore or maybe just organic creatures in general view things. And you start to realize that the sky is a series of neon colors and waves when you look at it.
Have I noticed this before today?
No, it's having that perspective of seeing it from someone else's perspective kind of made you realize it for like the first time ever.
He's going to take some snow and kind of wipe it on his visors and then look again.
It's still glowing in neon colors. The clouds, a bright bubblegum pink. The blue shades of the sky are in green and purple. The sun itself seems to be this striking, almost crimson red. All a bright neon glow.
Do you see it too? Yeah, I do. Don't worry. We'll figure this out together. I got your back. I know. I'm just scared. This is all happening so fast and sudden. I don't know what to think about it. It's fine. We'll get through it. We've got some good friends. Yeah.
And he's just going to stare at the sky some more.
How about you, Wrath?
I think Math just kind of is out around the camp. Or get up too much. Honestly.
I was sorry,
Make
can
sure
you
there's
repeat that
supper
on
cooked.
part? I'm only touching parts of what you're saying. Can you repeat?
Sure. He just kind of hangs out around the camp and watches everyone for the most part. Make sure supper's cooked and ready whenever everyone's ready to eat. But he's mostly, if you ever look at Wrath during the rest of the evening, he's kind of just staring off into space or watching Tempest and whatever she's doing or cooking, all the while smoking his little pipe of smoke monsters.
Tempest, how about you? What are you doing?
You know what? Since I wasn't able to cut that Loch Ness monster in half, I'm practicing some techniques and swings. I'm pretending I'm hitting him.
They can practice swings.
I can see his face in front of me.
All right.
With the
So the
occasional
night
check
is-
of one.
Yeah, the night's pretty uneventful. It goes by. It's quiet. Sounds of animals in the area. Foxes, deer, plenty of crickets chirping along, despite the cold temperature.
Yeah, campfire, if you will, whenever they're finishing supper. Brat's gonna move over and wrap himself around Tempest and kind of rest his chin on her shoulder. I'm worried about Pious. Seems to have the world on his shoulder.
Usually he's pretty good at keeping it all in, but this time it really hit him.
It's been going for a while now. Going on, it's just understanding more of himself. Really thinks everything is a burden on him, like he has to solve the world's problems.
Such a weird way of thinking. That task is given across to all of us, let's be real.
Not wrong.
I'm sure he'll come around at some point. I mean, we've all had to process our own stuff over time.
Yeah, I feel like his processing is a little more complicated than ours.
Why not pull him into some meditation? He helped clear my mind.
Yeah, I just don't know if it'll work with him.
Well, no, unless we try.
Thank you. Appreciate the advice. Been wondering how to help him for a while now. Maybe this is it.
Tempest leans back. We're his
I know.
friends. We gotta try whatever we can.
He'd do anything to protect us. We only owe him the same.
Absolutely. At this point, we're responsible for all of our lives in each other's hands.
He's going to take your hands in his and kind of hold them out. You see in his right hand, he's holding the necklace he normally wears, which is just this little like vial. Kind of looking at it, he's going to put it in your hands. He's going to slowly wrap his claws around, just barely pricking your skin, to release a little bit of blood. And he's going to do the same to his own, and he's going to mix it, and then open the blood well vial and put it in.
Oh, this is different. What does this
This-
thing mean?
This is a catalyst for some of my spells. It helps me channel it. Probably should have asked first, but
Now you have to deal with the consequences that come with it.
I just wanted to make sure there was a little part of you in everything that I put out.
Hmm. If only I could do something similar with my scythe.
Sure, we'll think of something.
You're all magic based. I just hit things.
You do a lot more than
Hmm.
me, anyway.
I'd say at this point she's totally relaxed for however long we're chilling.
There for a couple of hours, wrapped in the volcano coat.
Did we ever finish the tattoo?
No, I have a little bit of work left to do. You want to work on it?
Yeah. I gotta get this thing done.
All right. Well, here. And he'll take some cloaks and things to try and keep you warm while your back is exposed. And he'll pull out his
Oh,
kit and
my-
get back to work.
God, who opened the window?
So you can work on it up to 4 hours currently.
Probably only just put in like 2 or so, honestly. Cold as shit out here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Pious, the hermit approaches you and kind of just sits down next to where you are.
It's a lot, isn't it, Pious? The weight of the world?
He is still looking at the sky when he speaks.
Yeah, even though it's not always physical. I could probably have better luck holding the world up with my arms. But mentally, it's like a freight train.
You know, I've been thinking about whether I'll go down there and take care of the torment monolith myself. And I remembered a few more things from Bastion. This little woman by the name of Minka. God, her and everybody else, day after day, they just got battered and beaten. And even though she'd cry, like the whole world rests on her shoulders, she'd make time for everybody else. She resolved that she would save the world with her friends. You don't have to carry the burden alone.
I know. But I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not even my enemies. Well, it depends. But anyway, Hermit, do you think I am a worthy companion?
Of course you are. You're always there when we need you. Not because you have to be, but because you choose to be.
I just have so much doubt. So much fear. Like, am I doing enough for my friends? Am I doing too much? Am I not trusting them like I should? Are they not trusting me? But then it all works out in the end. I don't know. It sounds silly.
Sometimes you just have to do it. Whatever it is, just don't think about it. Just do it. Do what feels natural. Maybe not what feels right, but what feels natural. We all have regrets. I certainly wish that I could have told my friends more about what was going on in the past. And honestly, I've been reconsidering even how I saw Naganif. We were both pawns of beings greater than ourselves. Maybe that's why I'm here, being given a chance to do things the way I want to. Maybe the rest of the world can just wait.
Maybe I should just focus on what's in front of us for now, instead of worrying about everything else.
You always have to make time for yourself. So that sounds like a good idea.
Hermit, may I look inside of your head?
How so?
I would like to see what you see. And
He looks up at the sky. He looks at the hermit in the eyes, and then he looks at the sky again.
I've noticed that there's different ways to see things, from different perspectives. And I'm curious to see what you see.
He moves himself to more or less be like eye level with you, and he kind of presses his forehead against where yours would be. No words, just a silent act.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and link my mind with his somehow. Oh, here we go.
Somehow.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts at 3rd level.
Okay. As you cast the spell and it connects with his mind, you kind of feel his essence, his being, start to open up, just allowing you in. But I need you to make a madness save. Wisdom.
Okay, I'm pretty decent at those. Oh boy, that's a 14.
That's
I'm not gonna
14.
roll a fucking 2 on that with a plus 12. That's insane.
So you do have difficulties for the first little bit, and you kind of start to feel like you're losing yourself. You see things from perspectives that are clearly not his. You see visions of our world, the real world. You see visions of this nightmarish landscape made of flesh and bone. You see a perspective of a never-ending nothingness, feeling pain and tears roll down your face, even though they don't exist. You find yourself looking at different points in history, ancient Egyptian architecture, all the way up to the cyberpunk future. You see Bastion, you see Night City, so to speak. You see all of these different eras, these places, until finally you feel a hand reach out and take yours, as if to guide you. And then you find yourself looking at yourself in this moment through the hermit's eyes.
Can you
still
guys
have
hear me?
control of your body. Yes, we can now.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm on my phone, so sorry about all that. I don't know what's going on. Someone's gonna have to take over my computer when we get a break. Try to figure it out. So
Yeah,
anyway,
your phone should do for now.
alrighty.
All right. But Pious, you see yourself looking through the hermit's eyes. You can still feel yourself within your own body, though. And he kind of like turns his head to one side, turns it to the other, and you can see everything around you. These trees of brown bark, the white snow under your feet, the gray stone of the castle, but everything seems almost dampened, as if there's something muting the colors.
Is there anything specific you wanted to take a look at?
The sky.
He turns his head and looks up, and you see the night sky. This. I better check what day of the month it is real quick. Yeah. So it's roughly like a half moon right now, and you can see the stars in the sky. These white dots of light, the black mists of nothing between them, and the moon itself, this slightly yellow tint. You see the textures of the moon, though. Even for all this distance, the hermit's eyes seem to be picking up the textures and finer details of the moon above him. Still, the colors are dampened softly, almost like an old CRT TV.
Your eyes are very muted. Strange.
Well, I feel like I'm living in a constant fog, a haze over the things I see, the things I feel, as if I'm not fully here, as if there are others helping guide me and keep me together.
Like you're a shattered piece of someone.
Yes, exactly.
We have more in common than I originally thought.
I'm glad,
Isn't it
though.
funny?
I remember when you thought you could kill me.
Yeah, I've come a long way since then. Things
I hope
are
I have
much
too.
different. You have, I think. Personally, I think this journey is a test. this entire road is a test. It's more than just a mere job. I think the gods are testing all of us. And I know that may seem obvious, but I think we may actually save the universe. But first, we have to finish our test.
I hope you're right about that.
I just wish I could have taken like a written test or something. Oh, I probably would have done much better.
I mean, even for all the natural talent I've been gifted by the gods, I think you'd actually outscore me on that one.
Oh, I know I would. I know I would. Computer brain and all that.
Thank you.
Anyway, thanks, Hermit. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Like I said before, I'm always here if you just need to vent.
Speaking of that, I need to go speak with... No, never mind. Never mind. I'm just going to sit out here and ponder. You're more than welcome to stay, if you wish.
I think I'm gonna go check in on everyone else. I'll come back.
Okay, I'll be here.
So he kind of like pats you on the shoulder and turns to kind of walk over to where Wrath and Tempest are currently sitting.
How are the two of you holding up?
Fine. Tempest.
Yep. Pretty neutral. Not too far-fetched out of the usual.
Concerned, I guess, would be most fitting.
Who's concerned about anything?
Are you okay? Finnegan?
Yeah.
No, but yes. I've got problems.
What's the trouble?
We all do.
You might be able to assuage a couple of them.
You know, I was kind of just talking to Pious about them. Although I guess that was more bonding than really talking about the problems. Something him and I share in common. We both kind of just feel like pieces, broken shards of a bigger, greater person. And I wonder, I'm worried. And I put all the pieces back together, which, thanks to all of you, I know I will someday. Will I be that same Finnegan I was before? Will I be a better one? Will I be worse?
Well, my friend, that's entirely up to you. We're all only pieces of our whole selves. It's not until we reach the end of our journey that we can put those together. I'm not the same Wrath that set out from Pallet that day. You're not the same Finnegan. Didn't even know you were Finnegan back then.
Strange, I get the sense that even Jessica didn't know I was Finnegan at the time.
Everyone gets surprised at least once in life, no matter who they are. It's not
You're
always
right.
a setback, though. We've a lot to look forward to, and everything I've seen shows that you'll only be better with time.
I appreciate those words. You know, Pious and I did something. He used a spell, something like detect thoughts or something. We kind of, let our essences kind of combine for the moment, so that he could see the world through my eyes. I wonder what it's like to see the world through his. I think I'll ask him, just not tonight.
Think on it. We have time. Always tomorrow.
Another day comes, no matter what we do.
Oh, we could put out the sun.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point.
I don't know how the fuck we do that, but I'm sure we could figure something out with one time span.
Oh, I bet Matherian would be very unhappy about that.
Yeah, probably would. Maybe we let it happen for now.
I think I'm gonna go check on Twilight. I'll talk to you later, though.
Have a good night.
So he kind of nods and then turns to go check on Twilight. Twilight, what have you been doing for the last couple of hours?
So did we go to, the last thing I heard was actually a dragon. Did we do the dragon or what happened?
No, everyone's at camp over on the side of the lake still. Kind of in and around the instant fortress. Everyone's waiting until tomorrow morning to head out towards the dragon.
Well, personally, she was going to commune with nature.
Okay, so you sit into this meditative stance and you hold it, trying to feel everything around you, connect with it like you have, and you do commune Not to that same degree, like sensing everything within, a mile of you. But you can feel the gentle breeze passing around and through you. You can feel the snow on the ground. It's gentle movement in that breeze. The trees standing strong and still, and it helps you to steel your nerves, to calm yourself from the fear you have of freezing and drowning again. And after a couple of hours, or a few, maybe like 3 or so, you hear the hermit's voice.
How are you doing, Twilight?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm trying to calm my nerves about the incident that happened with the ice and the freezing, and I was at peace for a second. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Better than I was just a little bit ago. Sorry
Why?
if I disturbed you.
No, you're good. What happened?
Nothing really. I mean, this journey's pushed us all in ways I don't think we expected. And we're all dealing with them in our own way. So I just wanted to check up on everybody, see how everyone was doing.
I agree. That has pushed us into something that is very unexpected, but as long as we keep our motive and the positive energy that we have, I think we're going to be okay.
Look at what's right in front of you, instead of trying to worry about the whole world at once.
Exactly.
Pious and I were talking about that exact thing a little bit ago. Seems like, in some ways, you may be the smartest of us all.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Well, we all have our pros and cons. May not be the most socially aware sometimes, but you've made it this far. So you gotta be doing something right.
Yeah, I'm making connections with friends and the world around me.
That's good. That's good. I know we're trying to look at just kind of what's right ahead, but after I saw Naganeef back in Wilfred's lair, there's something that's been bothering me about a future you may come to find. How do you think you'll react if you ever meet your mother? The woman who chose to throw you in those icy waters.
I think I already have met her, haven't I? That was like an out-of-game question.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it was like a messenger for her. Did I actually have her show up?
I think I met her.
We didn't meet her. No, we didn't meet her. We saw her in a vision.
That's right. Yeah, so you've never actually met her, but you've had, people mention her, people discuss her. There's been a vision. I think she may have communicated telepathically at one point, but I don't think she's actually appeared directly to you. She's kind of at the top of the food chain. She doesn't tend to show up unless absolutely necessary.
Okay, because I thought that's the one who I made the pact with.
No, that was one of her top subordinates, not her.
Okay, then I haven't met her.
No.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Oh, good. Yeah, so as it stands, the hermit's asked you, how do you think you'll react if you ever do meet her? If you ever confronted and face-to-face with her?
How I would really react is probably really, like, I go to war with her because I'm strong, and I would literally battle it out with her, and then make her regret her choices.
Some people think that forgiveness is one of the greatest strengths a person can have. I know how you feel, though. Naganeef is someone I've done battle with a very, very long time. I've only recently even begun considering her perspective, what she was going through, and what's made her who she is, and how things maybe could have been different. I don't know if I could ever forgive her.
You know her. Why did she throw me away? Why did she throw me away?
Oh, well, I don't really know your mother. I've heard things about Inara, but, finding out she's an archangel, and that she's also an influential member of the capital of the Hunrim Republic, one of the 4 nations of the world, I'd have to assume there's a lot of pressure on her, that even the smallest thing that could have been used against her might have been a blade that felled her. Even archangels have weaknesses. Maybe she was scared, didn't know what to do. So she did what she thought she had to do for the greater good. I don't think that excuses her choice, by any means. I don't think she was right for doing it. But I can only imagine what kind of pain or negative thoughts and feelings she may have had when she made that choice. I don't know. It's possible she even regrets it to this day.
I hope she does. But you're right, forgiveness is something that I should probably work towards, but I don't know, with my anger and haste, it will be hard. And maybe you can help me with this, learning how to forgive, because it's pain.
A lot of things hurt. They're not easy to deal with. But, I'm trying to figure out if I can forgive Nogneef. So it seems we may be on a similar journey. Together. Together we'll try to figure this out.
Okay, let's do it.
I think probably the first step would be to find out the truth behind why she did it, though. It's hard to forgive something when you don't really know what you're forgiving.
I agree. If it was more for, to show that she could, and to prove her worth, to throw me away, hell yeah, I'm not gonna forgive that. But if it was more for, protection of me, and she had to throw me away, I could forgive that, and I could understand it.
Well, even if we don't meet her along the high road, this coming war, I'm certain you'll get the chance to talk to her, to get those answers.
I'm looking forward to it. Wait, wouldn't you know, though? No? You rescued me.
I found you floating in a block of ice in the water. I wasn't exactly there for when you were thrown in. Hell, I don't even know how long you were in the water. Long enough that you should have been dead. So, I still don't know how you survived it. It wasn't me that brought you back to life. It was something else.
I wonder if it was my dad.
I don't know. Being that you're a halfling in nature, I'm not sure a halfling would have that kind of power. But it's possible. Nick is an elf, not exactly a god or some archangel or something, and they're quite powerful too. So perhaps your father was what brought you back. Or maybe it was his prayer to the gods.
Maybe. Something to think about.
That's an answer I really hope we find, is how you survived that.
Me too. I'm kind of curious too. Because the more I'm communing with nature, the more I'm learning about the more I'm wondering why I wasn't dead in the ice or frozen to death. And so the more I'm the more I'm doing this, it's bringing up more questions and it's bringing up more concerns.
Who knows? Maybe the reason you survived that is because you're so stubborn.
I like that. That's probably the reason why. I'm stubborn and, let's see. I'm stubborn and annoying. Yeah. No, if I were to die, everybody would just we have to take her back to Earth because she's so annoying.
Well, people do reincarnate. That would be the answer at that point.
No. Well, thanks for the talk, Hermit. Do you need anything more from me? Are you bringing me back?
No. I think I'll wander off. Leave you to do what you're doing. Again, sorry for interrupting.
You're good. You're fine. Hey, I kind of grab his hand and I give him a hug and say thanks for everything.
You're welcome. And thank you, too.
He wraps his arms around you, fully embracing you with a hug.
Aww. Well, I'll be here if you need me.
And the same goes for me towards you. I'll be here if you need me, too.
So, as you end your embrace, he kind of wanders back off again. So, it's time for bed. Everyone's kind of run through their time. Pious, the hermit, comes and sits with you after his talk with Twilight, deciding to stay up with you while you do sentry mode, so you don't have to be alone, away from the instant fortress.
Okay.
All right.
Going to sleep that night, Wrath pulls Tempest close against his chest, and he's going to spend an hour laying there to reattune to Bloodwell.
To reattune to what?
His Bloodwell vial, because he put some of Tempest's blood in it with his. Whenever you uncork it, you unattune.
Okay. As you reattune to it, and you feel its power reconnect to you, you feel this gentle heat emanating through your soul, through your entire essence. Gentle, comforting.
Is this Wrath that's filling it or Pious?
Well,
Oh, okay.
Great. I'm writing things incorrectly in my notes.
I feel like Discord's been cutting in and out a bit.
Yeah, it's been cutting in and out a bit tonight. Not terribly so, but enough to be noticed. Alright, you all wake up the next day, a short rest. I don't think we really have anyone hurt enough to spend hit dice.
I could, but I'm only missing 8 health points. I'll be fine.
Not worth it.
Right.
Just
So yeah, as you finish preparing, you finish breakfast, you get your stuff together, you're about ready to head out. The hermit kind of approaches all of you and speaks just solemnly to you.
So, I think you all should go talk to Bazziat before anything else. It's my opinion. But depending on what happens and how it goes, and if we find any other solutions to the Torment Monolith, if we don't, I'm going to go down there. I'll take care of it.
very brave of you, Hermit. I think we need to exhaust all of our other options before that, but thank you for considering it as heavily as you have.
Honestly, all of you are what helped me make the decision. That, and an old friend of mine.
Twilight just leans over to who's she standing next to? Tempest or Pious?
I mean, honestly, you get to choose that.
Okay. Twilight just goes over to Pious and goes, "Fuck! I shouldn't have gave him my goddamn good opinion. Now he's gonna go down that goddamn fucking iceberg and fuck."
He'll be fine.
Pious looks at Hermit and winks.
Although,
He looks and winks back.
I'll go down there and retrieve it if anything goes awry.
Alright, well, I'll stay and watch the fortress while you all go talk to Bazziat. Make sure the captain's okay while you're away.
Just don't do anything rash, Hermit. We think we might have a few other solutions to this. I wouldn't count on the impending doom quite yet.
I trust you, Wrath. I trust all of you.
Here, Palm, would you mind staying with him? Wrath is going to hold out an arm. His little pseudo-dragon kind of wraps around it and then jumps off of the tips of his claws and kind of glides over towards the Hermit.
So you see him kind of extend his arm out to give Calm a perch to land on.
Land on it, roll
he
up.
smiles to Calm and then smiles towards you.
He keeps good company. That way you won't get lonely. And if you ever need anything, you can just tell him to come back to me. No.
Twilight's gonna leave her cat there too.
You will see probably the biggest smile you've ever seen on his face. Unrestrained, like genuinely, truly happy. No anxiety plaguing him in this moment. As he kind of like nods towards everybody and heads into the Ensign Fortress with the cat and Calm.
We'll be back for supper. Or welcome.
Oh, let's get the day going.
You
So
gotta
it
hike.
takes it takes you about 3 to 4 hours to get over there. I want everyone to roll a Constitution check, not a save, just D20 plus Constitution.
Okay.
22.
Okay, got a 22.
Some of us ain't looking too good.
Twilight,
Yeah.
just roll a D20. I'll pull up the
Okay.
modifier.
Thank you.
Eek.
It's exclamation mark 1.
Exclamation, roll, space, 1D20.
1D. I passed.
Okay, so Pious got a natural 1 for 7. Tempest got a natural 1 for 4. Twilight
Yay.
got a total 25.
Yay.
You did better than me.
Luckily,
Oh.
Wrath and Twilight really brought up the curve for the average, so you guys got an average of 15 when rounded. So you
Yay.
all you all make it kind of in the middle of that 3 to 4 hours. It takes you 3.5 to actually get over there. And you're able to do it without like really taking a rest in the middle. So as you kind of come up to where you know you're about to enter the peaks and such, and you're able to kind of see the mountain better from where you are, you get an idea that it may take you a little bit to find the cave opening because you can't see it from this point.
Would be such a shame if some beautiful lady around here had wings and could fly up.
I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Out of the way.
Mm.
Up in the sky.
I think he was referring to me.
I mean, you are free to go up in the sky and start looking too.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have reiterated that. When Tempest When I heard that, I was kind of already getting ready to fly, and then she took off, and so I told her that as I was taking off too. I think he was referring to me.
Yeah, fight.
Not a chance.
Oh wait, no.
Um,
This is the first battle in the War of Angels and Demons.
Oh no, we literally cannot fight now at this point.
And it's over a
No,
dragon
kick
at
my
that.
She kicked my ass. We've already discovered that.
Yes, but now it will become a political issue.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we can totally debate this. I'm really good at debating.
nope,
Yeah,
definitely a political issue.
I'm only good at swinging. Do you see how this could end badly?
Yeah, because you've kicked my ass a couple of times, but I still think he was referring to me.
If it makes you feel better, fly on ahead.
I will.
Not like we're gonna follow the same line anyway.
All right, both of you
Meanwhile,
roll perception. That's just a d20 for you, Twilight.
Thank you.
Perception?
Yep.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Wrath and Pious are looking up. Wrath looks over. We probably have until after lunch before they finish this. Sorry
What? Why are you sorry?
for causing it.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's very entertaining. I wouldn't have it any other way, actually. Just like this.
Everything changes at some point. It's unfortunate, but it's not always a worse view. Of
Wrath, can I ask you something?
course.
When you look at the sky, what is it? What do you see?
What else could create the heavens such as they are? What else could conjure wrath and fury out of nothing? World's magic, Pious. World and everything beyond.
So is the sky blue, or?
Well, yeah, I
Oh.
think so. I've been told some Dragonborn are colorblind. I've never bothered to really get it tested. Yeah, blue, like the ocean.
I'm messing with you, Wrath. Thank you.
Oh.
It's strange. You know,
What is
the
it?
different perspectives that people see things. It's got me thinking, if I could completely become who I truly am and form all my pieces together, how the world would look through those eyes.
It's a curious question.
That's for a later date.
Say, put yourself back together as if each of you aren't your own individual. Bias, you go through every range of emotions, even as a warforged such as you are. I've seen you scared, seen you inquisitive, I've seen you happy a couple of times, regardless of how much you try to hide it. You're your own person. And I'm sure each one of you in there, he kind of taps your head, your forehead with his claw, has their own person as well. Just because you might all fit together to make something better or worse doesn't mean that you aren't your own person.
That's a good point. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Money's on Tempest, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
He looks back.
I'll
looks
double
back up.
down on that.
I may or may not have heard that from the distance.
The only shitty thing is that if Captain gets in on the bet, we're all going to just keep our money because we're all going to bet Tempest.
Actually, whenever you say this, Wrath kind of drops his head a little bit. Sure hope that he has that chance again someday. Been asleep for a while now.
He will. I think it's going to take a lot more than just some sleep to take down the old Captain. He's probably fighting his own battles.
Oh.
But
I'm sure there's some nasty little demon chewing at his ankles about now.
or the other way around.
Pan to
I'm sure he
the
would.
instant fortress, and Twilight's cat is like literally nibbling at his ankles at this exact moment.
I check on him every night. He'll be fine.
I believe you. Unlike Twilight, what is Tempest?
Oh,
Wait, what?
I'm just trying to transition the scene back.
Okay, yeah. So you all do spend a couple more hours, flying around and the such. And Tempest, you are the one that finally spots the correct cave. You spot a couple of different openings, and you fly down to check, see if it has any signs of a dragon in them. But Tempest, finally, you come down to one, and when you get down, this is the largest entrance of the ones you've seen so far. It's nearly 100 feet wide and 150 feet tall. It doesn't look like it was carved by humans by any means, but it also doesn't look natural. It looks more than big enough for even the largest and mightiest of dragons to be able to crawl in and out of. There are claw marks on the ground inside. The claw marks, because you've seen your own at just like size of a human, look to be almost 10 times as large as yours. Even if it isn't a dragon in here, there is something mighty indeed ahead.
Do I notice that she found the right cave or no?
No, you don't notice.
Okay, not going in there. I'm flying back to everyone. I'll wave at Twilight if she can see me.
No, she kind of went into like her own little cave.
At this moment, you're in between caves, and you do see Tempest, and she appears to be heading back. So it does look like she found something. Well, you've reached the edge of the peak and mountain range, and Tempest has identified what is likely the cave where Bazziat resides. Her and Twilight have both returned now to the group, so you all can discuss now as Tempest and Twilight land softly in front of you, Pious and Wrath.
Did you find anything?
Oh, yeah. It's a big something. Huge opening in that direction.
You would. Sharpest eyes in the woods.
That's gotta be where we need to go then.
Oh, for sure. It's not natural by any means.
Go ahead that way. I don't think we've seen anything else flying in the skies. Perhaps they're home.
Let's hope so.
This way!
Is there anything anyone wants to do to prepare? Spells to be cast might help us in this endeavor. How far do we think it is from where we are?
Tempest, you'd estimate about an hour and a half's journey. It did look like there was a fairly easy path up there. No strenuous hike, but it is a bit more difficult to hike than following the road has been.
Oh, we got options, but we're looking at about another hour and a half of distance to cover.
Start thinking about things we might want to do to prepare before we get up there. We have some time.
True. Scythe, check. I'm good.
Side note, I have 3 beams of Eldritch Blast now. I forgot. Anyway.
Hey, you can fight with Quay.
I mean, technically, Tempest, you have 3 beams of Eldritch Blast, too.
Yeah, in a way.
With Quay, you can actually triple dip Eldritch Blast in a turn. Wrath has what? Sound like you were saying that you have something.
Making the joke. Wrath also has 3 beams.
So, after about an hour and a half on your journey up, you finally get to the entrance to this cave. It's about noon 30 currently, and Tempest, unlike when you landed previously, you think you hear groans, grumbles, growls, snores, some type of sound of a large creature kind of echoing out towards you all, and all of you can hear this.
Do you think someone's home after all?
Sure sounds good.
We should probably get an eye on it before we try to engage it in conversation. It might be undead for all we know.
I want to keep Ariel, just in case it comes into sight for me sooner.
You want Ariel inside of a cave tunnel?
Oh, we're already inside the cave. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, well, you're at the entrance of the cave, and you hear the sounds coming from deeper in.
Gotcha. I thought you said we heard that, like, as we're getting to it, walking the path.
Now, as you're getting to it, as in literally at it.
Gotcha.
Let's just take it slow at first.
Should probably try to sneak in a little ways. Good for that.
I'm not the
Good
sneakiest.
stealth checks!
You want to
Give it
stay
an
out
eye.
here?
Look, I can help
I do have a cloak of invisibility. Why don't I just go in and see what I can find?
because I think it'd probably be better for us all to get eyes. And if it got eyes on you, it could say see through your invisibility or smell you. Then you might need us. I think we should try and stick together.
Okay.
And this is off the assumption it doesn't already know we're here.
It's true as well. Yes, I might be able to help. Maybe not sound, but at least with the sight, and does try to spot you. Take out. Wrath pulls out a potion of polychromy, so it's got like all different colors segmented through it, kind of like that sand that people used to play with. Where
Ooh, that looks so pretty. I want to try some. Can I have some?
maybe later. But
Please?
drink this, and you'll be able
You're
to at
already
least
rainbow-y.
camouflage yourself.
Okay.
It gives
I'll give it a
advantage
shot.
to stealth checks.
Oh, so it'd be a straight roll then. Perfect. Glug, glug, glug.
Lasts for an hour.
Perfect. Thanks.
Alright then, stealth checks from everybody.
Stealthy. Oh, that was almost bad. 17 plus 6 for
Don't worry, my
17
bad stealth
plus
usually fixes it.
6. Oh, hold on, Wrath. What was your total?
23. 17 plus
23.
6.
Thanks for carrying, Wrath.
Plus 11, plus 15, plus
That's why I gave you the
16.
potion. I could have took it, I guess.
So you all averaged 16 on this, which, given that, 10 is an average person, 15 is supposed to be like expert levels, collectively you worked together to make sure everybody was nice and quiet as you approached. And as you enter this main large cavern, only about 10 minutes into walking, you take flanks to the side and try to be careful. You can see in this room, though. There's no, holes out to the outside. It's not sunlight coming through. But the dragon you see in the center is giving off an aura of light, this soft sky blue color. His scales the same color. In size, he curled up much like a cat. He's nearly 50 feet across. So you would assume just as much 50 foot deep, because he's more or less in kind of a squared shape. And behind him is just this massive pile of coins, weapons, armor, shreds of clothing, partial corpses, and without any type of detect magic, detect curse, anything like that, you can feel the cursed energy wafting off of all of these items and filling the room, saturating the air that you're breathing. And it appears that the dragon is asleep. Yes, the cursed energy.
Should we wake up the dragon?
We should talk about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
No, we got a visual on it.
Let's go. Cow.
Start backing away.
Beth is creeping out.
Don't step on a bone.
So, surprisingly, there aren't any, bones or bodies littering the room, other than the pile of treasure behind him. And you're able to all kind of sneak back as far as you feel you need to, even if it's the entrance of the cave.
I'll probably keep going another 50 feet beyond that, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, that was big.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe in there.
Did the burst energy feel like the same energy that comes from the torment fragment?
No, it doesn't feel like madness. It feels like a simple curse, like from the hex spell or something like that. Just at a level of power that you think would make an archmage seem like a student fresh in their studies, by comparison.
I wonder if the dragon cursed its horde on purpose.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case here. If not, then what I'm about to say next is probably not a good idea at all. But I think we might be able to offer it something for its at least knowledge. We can add to its horde.
I feel like an exchange would actually go very well.
Yes, dragons do love their trinkets.
Forget it. No.
We weren't
Why?
going to give him you.
Oh, okay.
Ugh. I envy the people that do not know you, Twilight.
Me too. Me too. I envy them as well.
Let me see if I have anything that could possibly.
I don't think anyone should go in there without something. I think that's the route we choose. Anyone going in needs to have something to give.
So we all give something.
Something worth the question you plan to ask. We go in with reverence. That is an ancient being. That is an ancient mind. Smarter than all of ours put together. Wiser than any of us.
Lowly turns to Twilight. Stare. Please don't disrespect it.
Wrath, I feel as though you should be the one doing the talking. What with your ancestry?
Be more than happy to.
Can I wake it up?
No.
Really rather you didn't.
I think I'd feel more comfortable if, we tied you up and Pious carried you.
Ha 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 ha.
Twilight, let me put it to you this way. If you anger that dragon, I'm running out of the cave.
You're say that again?
If you anger that dragon, I'm going to trip you and run out of the cave.
Joke's on you, buddy. I can fly.
I will rip off your wings and trip you, and then run out of the cave.
Okay, I'll behave.
Okay,
I will
thank you.
behave.
As that conversation has been happening, Wrath has kind of turned away. He pulls out of his bag of holding the Staff of Thunder and Lightning that he originally journeyed with. He kind of just holds it in front of him, looking into the sky, and gives a large exhale.
Can we notice this?
Yeah, most definitely.
That's your choice?
It's the only thing I have that might not seem like a poor offering. It's possibly the only thing I'm willing to part with. So,
if only this one fake eye was cursed.
Do you think the shield with my face on it would be...
No.
To sign it, Pious?
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. No. I don't think it'll work.
I mean, it is a +2 shield.
What's the dragon going to do with a shield?
I mean, I do want to see it on
What's the dragon going to do with all
fingers.
of that fucking shit in the pile? That's not the point. The point is we're being respectful. They just like having things. He's never going to use it.
You know what? I can draw something.
Oh, sure. I ate some metal and shit out a shield, but a drawing would be much better.
It would. Watch.
So
Twilight, I
with
think
your
my
paint,
eye would be better.
With the paintbrush, none of that is going to come anywhere near close enough to be of value.
I was thinking a crystal ball.
I mean, if you think a non-magical crystal ball might interest him, I guess that is a possibility. Because that
Well, are we
does
doing
happen to
one-
be fairly cheap, so you can make it. But it's also not just something super basic. You also have a pound of that space metal still.
Oh yeah, I can
Something
put a
that doesn't
little
even
of that.
exist in this universe. Well, except for the ones that came through.
Mhm.
In your inventory, I think that's probably the most valuable thing you have that would be acceptable to get rid of. Like, it wouldn't hurt you to get rid of it.
Okay, so you don't think drawing a crystal ball would be beneficial? Okay.
Well, Twilight wouldn't
That's
know
fine.
what I think. Twilight does offer this up
No.
as a suggestion to the rest of you, though. So you can give her feedback. And you all are aware she still has that space metal.
The other thing I would say.
Okay. I will say my paints.
Oof. I was afraid we'd run out of ideas. I realized as far as cursed items go, my physical self fits the form.
You're not giving yourself away to this thing. Do not even start.
Can we
As long as we didn't get desperate.
Hey, if someone's willing to give themselves to this dragon, I'm kind of for it. I want to see what happens.
Without actually giving them away, I'm sure.
No, she's very useful to us. And we're have to be brokenhearted if we lost her, so we're good.
We don't all have to go in either. It's okay if you want to hold on to your thing.
Tempest, you do know that you have one-of-a-kind knowledge on your person that no one else could offer this dragon. Because you have the Tales of books from the last time you were in the Wizard's Tower. You also have a robe of the Archmagi, of which less than 20 exist in the world.
I gotta double check which books I have.
You had Rara, Jack, Bala. I believe you have Mobius as well. Because they're only partially in there, like it didn't actually save all of it. No, you took all of them for the party. You took the whole party's books. So you also have Captain, Tempest. You have all of yours.
I have mine.
Oh, you have yours. You have the ones that he didn't take then. That the party didn't take of themselves. But I believe Mobius got put back in your hands, is why I said that.
Well, that's an option, right? Should I offer this book as another peace slayer?
Left
What
to
book
sell
is
it.
it?
Say again?
What book is it?
The Tales book?
I think you might
We don't really understand it, but it's definitely got something going on with it.
Well, let's just hope the dragon can read.
think you might have to sell it for that very reason, not because he can't read, but because he doesn't have time to verify your claim. What that is.
True. We'll go with your idea, but I'm coming in with you.
What idea?
Maybe you should stay out here.
No, I'm out of game. What was your idea?
Giving to the horde.
Does Pious have anything in mind?
The helm
Besides
of
the
the
plus 2
gods.
shield? Ooh, the Helm of the Gods. I forgot about that one.
Me too. I will be giving that to the horde.
You're all sure?
Yes.
Wrath will tap the staff to the ground, and it will emanate the sound of thunder, kind of like an alarm bell ringing for the dragon.
From outside?
Yeah, oh yeah, from that 50-foot distance. I'm giving him space. I'm not going inside and clapping it in his ear, no.
But that would be so...
That would be hilarious, but I'm not doing it.
So the thunderclap resonates out from it, and you know it echoes down and through the cave all the way to him. Without a doubt, it does. And after only a few seconds, you hear a roar come from deep within. From all of the echoing, though, you can't tell if it's a roar of anger, of sadness, of joy, but there is a roar, a very powerful and mighty roar.
Looks
Oh,
about
that
the
worked.
party, and he's going to start stepping towards the cave, and as he does so, he is going to cast False Life at 5th level on himself.
You never know.
You never know. I rolled a 1, so I get 25 temp HP.
Oh, wait, 25 temp HP.
Making sure my speeds are all ready to go.
I mean, best to wait on those
Pious
until
is
you
gonna
get down
follow
there, because they
Wrath.
only last for like a minute.
Fair enough. I just want to make sure I can fly faster than it.
Hey,
As we
so
get towards the
as you get towards,
cave entrance, Wrath is going to call out in Draconic, "Peace, Ancient One! We beg an audience!" And just try and echo his voice down.
so Although you're hoping and expecting a reply, no other sounds come from deep within. No roars, no grunts, just an unsettling silence.
Nods and takes that as much of a welcoming as he can, and he's going to start stepping.
So as you all enter, and you can see that the dragon's kind of sat up a bit. He's not fully in a sitting position, but he's also not fully laying down. He's kind of got his front side perked up on his legs, while his lower half is still laid flat. And getting this better view of him, especially as you start to approach him and get closer from the entrance of the mouth as he simply watches you, you notice that his scales are all frosted over. Just the slightest amount of frost around the edge of each and every individual scale. And you can see the fog of his breath with every deep, long draw of air he takes.
Oh, how sad. He's cold.
Hail, ancestor. I'm still speaking in Draconic. We beg an audience and come requesting perhaps a trade. We have gifts. We hope that you might supply us with information.
It's strange to have visitors. After the village succumbed to madness, I didn't think anyone would ever visit again. Irrelevant, though. I care not for treasure or information. Begone. This is no place for humans. It has succumbed to an evil far greater than you can handle. Let me continue my rest. I have no purpose, so I will eat and sleep until the end of time.
Perhaps we might give you purpose again. We come to move the blight upon this village and hope that it might allow it to grow anew. Please, we beg of you, anything you might know to aid us in this.
Move that wretched stone all you like. Wherever it goes, the torment will follow. One place after another will fall in a never-ending chase to remove it before it destroys us all.
You're wrong.
And what would you know, Metal Man?
I know what it takes to have determination and hope. I know how feeble it may seem for such a powerful thing to want to stop it and be rid of it. But that's not what hope is it?
I have no answer for that. I have hope. Even if you do destroy it and end the torment it brings, there is no hope for me. I let that village suffer. I could have intervened, but the petty emotions of man seemed too inconsequential. Leave me be. This is my punishment, to be alone for all of eternity.
This punishment serves no one. If we can remove this and let this land grow, then you'll have your station again, and that will be your punishment, to not make the same mistake twice. We seek to send it back to where it came from. We don't wish to send it somewhere else in this land, where it might decay and corrupt again, but to be rid of it altogether, and usher in a new dawn.
So you seek to return that pain made physical to a god that suffers endlessly? You wish to increase the torment of another being for the sake of saving a dead land? Is that truly what you want?
We know that that being had more than just suffering, and he'll reach down and pull out one of his hope fragments. There is a balance to all things.
You all test
It's
my
going to take more than
patience.
just us. It's going to take more than just us to rewrite that balance.
I do not believe that you truly understand the task in front of you. I am one of the 8 true dragons from the world before Maluviette. I have seen what happens when he breaks free. I have seen and felt that pain. I tried to have hope. I tried to do what I could in this world. And yet, in the end, all of that negativity I felt inside, spurred on by his madness, ended with this. The same as I have seen a million times before, to human, to plant, to beast, to the dead and the living, and it will happen a million times more.
We've seen a different future. One where the cycle breaks. He's going to look over at Pious, like, know more about this than I do.
So you plan to just give up?
I already have. Can't you see that? Can't you see the pain in my eyes and in my heart? Can you not feel the curse of my pain filling this cavern? I am trying to keep my temper under control, because you are not the ones who have angered me. But if you continue to pester me, I make no guarantees of your life.
I know how you feel. I've also been in the same, similar situation. Countless loops, failures, different possibilities. Some good, some evil. But we plan to end that loop. We plan to restore the world. And if you wish to kill us, so be it. But if you have any hope left, even the smallest spark, all we ask is for your help. That's all. And we will leave you alone. Even if we are doomed to fail, we have to try.
You can all see as streams of ice well up at the corners of his eyes and begin trailing down his face. Tears, anger, sadness, all of it emanating out from him. You see his body start to tighten, tension in every muscle, as the sky blue aura he's exuding becomes tinged with purple. You feel madness and suffering welling up in your own hearts. I need everyone to roll a wisdom save.
24. And I roll this good whenever I'm
Roll this good when what?
when I'm DMing. Why can't I roll this good when I'm DMing?
Impus at an 18, Pious at a 28. See that D20 from the Twilight.
I think it's a 6. I'm almost positive I think it's a 6.
I believe you have a plus 10 for a wisdom save. Yes. So an additional 4 makes that a 20. So
Okay, well, I'm close.
all of you pass. All of you pass. You're able to steel your resolve and stand and face down this madness beginning to overflow from his being and fill the room, even suppressing the curse of the treasure. When
Or away.
he's about like 30 feet away at the moment, and as it finishes kind of bursting out from him and his aura finishes turning a complete purple, you see the energy condense itself into a ball before exploding outward. And it looks like reality in front of you is just torn away as if it were a mere tapestry, a background to a play. And you feel yourself being physically pulled towards the large, swirling purple portal in front of you.
Can we try to resist?
You are free to behave as you feel fit.
How tall is this portal? And is it? It's imposed between us and the dragon.
Yes, it's imposed between the two of you, and it's about 20 feet tall and 20 feet wide.
Real quick, what are your rules about? Because I've heard stories of casting a spell at a higher spell level that you don't have, but like taking a penalty for it, like, I don't know, all your health or something.
So we aren't playing by that, but there's things like plot point, so you can change your prepared spells.
Perfect.
A prepared spell, or with certain other instances, just gaining access to, but it's kind of a really situation specific.
Beautiful. I would like to use a plot point and cast, well, I would like to channel all of my quotation fingers personalities, link them all together, and cast Remove Curse on the dragon.
On the dragon? Okay.
Mhm.
So with that plot point, you immediately try to lash this connection out to all of the personalities. This is your first attempt to actually do this, and you are going big. And with luck, at the speed you're trying to do this, you manage to do it. You feel that connection between all of them, and your mind is filled with memories, knowledge, and thoughts well beyond anything you could imagine as a single entity. And all of you see his body morph and transform, all becoming the same, like, melted pattern of way of metal, the same way as the shield, and the same way as the illusion magic was to show him as he physically takes this form, and his lights become this golden white glow from his body as he casts Remove Curse. And in this moment, with the knowledge you have, the curse is much bigger than the dragon, much bigger than something that simply affects him. And you cast Remove Curse, and you kind of feel that curse be lifted.
I'm still holding Hope Fragment.
You're also holding the Hope Fragment, yes. And the Hope Fragment does seem to spur this on, even as you kind of feel this brief respite where it's not progressing, but it's not going away. And you know that the source of this curse, the source of this pain, will only bring it back. You have to solve the problem, but you can see what's on the other side of this portal. It's a vision of the town before it was destroyed. You know that if you just go through this portal, you will find yourselves in the past, able to fix the problem and prevent it from happening.
So let me get this straight. If we go into the portal, we can fix the problem before it happens?
Yes, this is
Okay.
what Pious realizes. And
Okay.
in
Okay,
addition
so
to that,
only I
Pious,
can see
you're
this.
aware that if you were to create such a massive change, reality would pull you forward in time. But the same point, with everything you did still true, you would change the flow of time.
Okay. He looks at everybody and he says,
We have to go through. I think it's the only way.
Okay, let's go through.
Wrath turns his head to Tempest. You see him close his eyes, and he lets his body succumb, and he just gets sucked in, and he drops the hope fragment.
And the rest of you?
Pick up said fragment and jump on in.
Wrath drops it, you pick it up. Twilight
Oh, no, unless
vibrates
he was
with
trying to leave it.
intensity. I
Well,
think
doesn't
there was an
Twilight-
intention to leave it, and that was noticeable.
Pious is going to walk through the portal after everybody else.
You can pick it up if you want. Please do what you would do.
I scooped it and ran in.
How about Twilight? You've watched Wrath succumb to the hole, dragging him through. Twilight, or Tempest, walked forward to it. What do you do, Twilight?
She kind of wants to, like, console the dragon, and then she'll hop through it. Like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. And then she, like, hops through it.
Then Pious, you follow through. And as you all end up on the other side, thanks to the stopgaps you had to kind of keep it from violently ripping you through, you land in the same cavern. And Pious, your body shifts back to normal. The connection breaks. But you know with certainty that if you were trying to connect only one, you could do it without failure. We will add to your character sheet once per day, class change.
Is that for all of us?
No, just Pious. Pious, once per day, you can essentially shift and take the character sheet of one of the other personalities. I will get them written up and sent to you too.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
Oh, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're going to fight a big worm? Hold on.
That
Hold my
was-
beer.
I'm a
That was
wizard now.
Literally the perfect use of a plot point.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
I'm bowing. You can't see it, but I'm bowing right now.
Golf clapping.
but as the portal disappears and Pious returns to his normal form, you're all standing in this cavern. And laying there in a slightly smaller pile of loot is Bazziat. There isn't this sense of a curse or overwhelming pain and sadness, though, as he kind of lifts his head from the sleeping position, looking at all of you.
Oh, that was quite the trip.
Who are all of you?
Oh.
No, I do not care. Why have you come to my domain? Do you seek to slay the dragon and become heroes, as so many before you have? Are you looking for riches, power?
No, actually, in fact, we've been told to give you something. Tempest, if you would.
Oh,
He gestures to the hope fragment in your hand.
I bring that forward for him.
And what is this strange crystal?
We were told it was a little bit of a vague description, but perhaps a way to remember in the coming darkness. A light, if you will, in the coming darkness.
And what darkness do you speak of? Sadness and petty gripes of the villagers, of humanity? Such things have been.
Are they now?
Yes.
Seem to have been told otherwise. I was told Bazziat was a great caretaker of his land. May I ask what changed your mind as to what you would do?
That village there is not for me. They never have. Simply tired of being taken advantage of. Especially as their pitiful sorrows lead to one death after another. So weak, so fragile. They allow just a little sadness to break them, and they take their own lives.
And do you not have the power to stop this?
Likely I could, but why would I? They've claimed so many of my gestures, of my actions as their own. The whole reason this silly little village is so popular is because of the safety it provides the merchants. But that
That's safety given
comes
by
at-
you, yes?
Yes, it is. And yet, they're the ones that claim it. That it is their actions that they provide a safe haven and food, a place to rest. And yet, without me, they wouldn't be able to do any of that.
This is certainly different from the tales I had heard. I heard Bazziat was a gracious, I wouldn't say god, but, protector, guardian of the land. That worship was just the icing on the top.
Save your sweet words for some. I'm far more than old enough to see that you are just trying to sweet talk. Do not care. Whatever empathy I may have had is gone. Perhaps I do share something in common with them, because any grace I had has been broken, shattered beyond repair.
Well, I'll be sure to let the historians know exactly your feelings on the matter. I'm sorry to intrude. Again, we were sent here with something for you, merely messengers. We'll start walking toward the exit.
He does still reach forward to take the hope fragment. And obviously, if you don't pull back, he will just take it and start musing over it, but he doesn't reply anymore to you and simply lets you all leave.
Outside.
Okay.
We're alive.
That was an experience. I think I blinked though. I missed what happened. How did we get here so quick?
What do you mean?
Bazziat sent us back.
Where are we? Pious, you said to go through. I didn't think to question it.
We're in the
but now
past.
Yeah, as you all are having this discussion and you step out of the cave, you do see this same area you saw before. I mean, it seems to be the peak of summer. There's no snow on the ground currently. The lake is glistening and clear, this beautiful shade of blue. And the darkness that had been shadowing your journey for some time now is gone. It simply isn't there.
or in the past.
Yes.
Right. Good answer. We should probably go see something in the village. He said there were already deaths. Might be too late.
At least now we can talk to people.
Maybe we can stop them from
Coherent there.
killing each other, like killing themselves.
That's
Yeah.
why we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of in the relationship with the son and the mother.
Meh.
Just worry that
Twilight,
the madness has
Twilight,
already
take it from
spread.
me.
And
Yeah, keep going.
I just worry that the madness has already spread and we'll be witnessing these events for the first time they happen.
Not if we stop it.
We should probably get in there sooner than later.
Let's hurry. What were you saying, Tempest? Giving some advice?
Right, Twilight, look, take it from me. Parents, some are cool, some of them, they're just not worth the effort.
All parents and children are worth the effort. You just got to learn how to do it.
Hurry out.
Poor soul walks away.
Hey, I'm trying to learn forgiveness here, okay?
Step 2 is learning who to forgive.
She just starts crying. I'm so confused.
So it takes you only about 3 hours to get back since you don't have to deal with the snow and all the other issues, and you're kind of going downhill this time. You have an easier track back than the one you had up. It's also, it looks like it's actually earlier in the day. Instead of being past noon, it looks like it's maybe 8, 9 a.m. at the current time. And as you're getting like closer and closer to the actual village space, and you can see the lake more clearly, it actually looks like it might be a refreshing dip. The temperature outside is nice. It's somewhere around like 75 degrees Fahrenheit, as per your sensors, Pious. It's a lovely day in the middle of summer in this cozy little village.
Oh my god.
Should we check the lake first, or should we
See
go
anything?
directly?
It makes total sense to go to the lake first.
No. Let's go to the parents' home.
Well, tell us how that goes, Twilight.
We see anything
Do you see anything what?
glowing in the lake?
You don't see any type of purple coming from the lake.
We are much farther in the past than I originally thought.
What if
you know,
what happened here summoned that thing to? What if we can stop it ever arriving?
Oh shit! I think you may be right.
I have a question.
Is it-
Well, we already discovered that in the future that there's a torment fragment down at the bottom of the lake. What
in the
if
future,
we
yes.
What if we put a hope fragment down there?
That's certainly possible, but I like the idea of going to the village first, like you said. Or I feel like whatever is going to happen here might create or summon that torment fragment here, and if we can prevent that from ever happening, we might be able to save this land after all.
Right.
And
So should we-
Bazziat.
Should we try the hope fragment at the bottom of the lake first, or should we go to
No.
the parent?
We should go to the village.
Okay.
Solid
All right.
theory. Breath.
So you know where the residential is, you know where the judicial is, and you know where kind of the commerce section is, where the graveyard and the stores were. Where do you want to head first?
Was the sequence of
Um,
events the fisherman first, right? Should we check the graveyard to see if he's already been?
It's a good start, actually.
Yes.
We could check the judiciary. They'd have paperwork on it, I guess. Perhaps those are my two.
What about
That actually
What
sounds
about
better
the-
than snooping through a graveyard.
Were you saying?
what about the mother and the boy?
Maybe we should split up. If you are so worried about this mother, you take
Yes.
her.
I kind of am worried because that scene was just horrid, and I would like to try stopping it before it gets out of hand.
That's perfectly reasonable. You take that. Tempest, do you think you can handle the judiciary by yourself? If there's something magical going on, I might be more help on ground zero.
They're not exactly my environment, but I should be fine.
I'll go with you to the graveyard, Pious.
Okay.
All right, so the graveyard is going to be the closest one. Kind of from there, Twilight and Tempest would split off from the two of you. So we're going to start with the graveyard. And just like in the future, it's not exactly fenced off or anything. It's on top of this hill. And it actually looks very beautiful at this time of year. There are wildflowers growing throughout the graveyard. They look like they were planted there specifically to kind of brighten the place up. And so that even as time passes, the dead will still get flowers.
I'm going to start looking for any kind of caretaker or groundskeeper.
So the mortuary itself would be the best place to look. Okay, so Raph, you're heading over to like the actual mortuary because you don't see anyone outside in the graveyard at this moment. And Pious, you know exactly where Mork's grave was, so you can go straight to it. And you kind of both get to your destination at the same time, but Pious, you get to where that grave was, you do see the grave. And you do see Mork Zurkerbog engraved on the headstone.
Damn.
Well, Wrath, the door to the mortuary is currently open, and you see a middle-aged man. He's got a bit of graying happening in his hair. He appears to be probably a half-elf, but you see some kind of dwarvish features as well. He's got this very glorious black beard, and he's currently, like, looking over papers.
I'll knock on the door, or the door frame, rather. Excuse me.
Sorry, hi, how can I help you? You
right.
don't seem to be from the village. Are you a traveler?
No. I am, yes, actually. I was traveling with my group. We were just passing through on a run north. I was wondering if you might be able to help me with something. We're a bit of adventurers, and we do have a high curiosity. We heard there was something strange that happened recently in the village of fishermen that became mutated.
Oh, you must be speaking about Mork. I'm surprised you heard anything about him. Townsfolk have been trying not to. They believe some curse corrupted him out on the lake. All we could really get from him before he passed was purple crystal. Then his heart just gave out. And a lot of the villagers were overcome by sadness, panic, any mix of emotions, because it was quite an unnatural event. Some of them have even taken their lives, which is what led them all to believe there's a curse. Again, you're actually hearing about Mork specifically. It's a bit of a surprise. I believe if you don't talk about it, think about it, then it won't affect you.
That's what some people believe. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Some people simply believe that ignoring what happened will prevent it from happening to you. Sounds like hogwash to me. Well, I'm barely ordained in my ministry, fairly low tier cleric, but no, from my knowledge of curses, that's just simply not how they work. They don't transfer by thought. They transfer by touch, by word. They're transferred by imbuing the cursed energy to another creature. Magic in and of itself, if you want to overly simplify it. More or less how the spells to bestow curse works. You technically curse part of your own soul and then transfer it over to whoever you're bestowing the curse on.
I see. Well, in that case, what do you think is happening with these deaths? I'm sorry, before that, you said you were a man of faith. May I ask who you serve? I'm also a man on a holy mission, if you will.
Just a reminder, do you keep the symbol of Risha, like, visible on your person?
Yes. Here, I have it on me somewhere. Actually, no, because I changed it out. So actually, the symbol that would be on me would be for Agnos. Oh, no, not Agnos. I'm sorry, Bicken.
I'm not sure I quite believe that you're a man of faith. You don't very well seem the type to worship Bicken, but my faith is no secret. I'm very typical in that sense. Many of us that handle graveyards and the passing of people worship Feroti, the goddess of death. We are here to hopefully help them pass on to the next life easily, to worship the life that they had, and to guide them into the life that they will.
Do many of the villagers share your faith?
Many people have misunderstandings. Believe the goddess of death is the one that causes our suffering, causes us to die. This village doesn't seem to have that same level of bias, but rather few are actually members of my faith. We do have a small church kind of dedicated to all of the gods, but as I'm the only ordained member of any of them, it's mostly self-practiced faith here.
Faith is faith, no matter if it comes from a mountain of mausoleum or a tiny seed planted on the grave. My outward appearance may show a faith in Bacon, but I am of many faiths, actually. One such is what brought me here. See,
Pious, you would have had time to get over to the mortuary at this point, if you so chose.
Yeah, he would walk in the doorway after he sees Wrath.
Okay.
And
Wrath, we have a problem. He's already... Oh, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no worries at all. You must be one of the adventurers that this fine young man is traveling with.
Yes. I'm Pious.
It's nice to meet you, Pious. You can call me Thomas. Since a very powerful aura of death and undeath on you, you must be quite the member of your clergy.
He kind of just glances at Wrath, and then he doesn't say anything.
he's a little shy. You'll have to excuse him. We've been on the road for quite some time. He is also a man of faith. Most of my group can claim some faith, at least.
That is good. That is a good thing to have. But one must not forget that great deeds are not simply given to us. Faith through works, after all.
You're absolutely right.
I'm sorry, I've gotten us off topic. You had questions.
Oh, well, I was mostly hoping to just get a feel of the events happening. Another one of our group got a sense of possibly some ill magic in the area. Unlike any typical magic you would see in this day and age. Can I ask you if you do see anything out of place? You happen to see me again, would you mind relaying that? Just a mere curiosity and a possible will to help.
If you're looking into the issues, of course I can relay more information if I see you again and happen to have learned anything else. But I would say, honestly, that the lake appears to be the central problem. There were a couple of people who'd come back from the lake seemingly changed. Their personalities were different. They were behaving out of their own normal. But then when Mork came ashore, that's the reason I believe that there's something out at the lake. As for what's spreading, I believe it's just human suffering, and no one in the village knows how to handle it.
People do take despair and desperation in different forms. How long has the lake been this kind of problem? Is it a new occurrence?
Mork was brought in about 2 weeks ago, and the first person who showed any sign of change was just a few weeks before that, so a little over a month, I'd say, that there's been any type of an issue. Since then, we've had multiple people succumb to their emotions and do some terrible things to themselves. In fact, our mayor, he actually sent a request for aid out to Eldwin, but they refused to answer the call. They're leaving us to suffer in our own problems.
Well, we were actually heading towards Eldwin. Is there a way we might be able to come back expeditiously? Do you have a teleportation circle, perhaps, in town, that we might be able to get there and perhaps plead your case and come back with news?
Oh, well, if you could convince the mayor, we are a little wary around travelers. I mean, this is a checkpoint. It's meant for the safety of all, but that also means that we get the less than savory types just as well as the decent ones. I would recommend being careful if you try to go to the lake, though. It's been regulated for years. You're not allowed out onto the lake without proper licensing. Just a precaution. We don't want the fish population to be overworked, and we don't want people to be getting into collisions because there's too many bodies out there, that sort of thing. And it's unlikely that you'll get permission to go out there. But as for the teleportation circle, it is at the mayor's house, and if you can plead your case with him, perhaps he would let you. But unless you're connected to the Kindhurst somehow, it is unlikely.
Well, again, we were on a trip to Eldwin for a reason, and he'll just give him a wink. Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate all of the information you've given us today. Might I offer a donation to the church?
Oh, we're always accepting donations. That would be much appreciated.
Very good. And he'll pull just a handful of gold, maybe like 25 gold out of a pouch, and set it down on the table.
So he bows his head and doesn't clasp clasps his hands, but kind of overlay them, both palms facing him, and puts it over his heart and says like a short prayer.
May your life be long and your death be peaceful.
You as well. Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was turning to leave unless you had something.
Yeah, Pious will follow Wrath out, but before he leaves the door frame and turns out of sight from Thomas, he turns back.
Your graveyard. It looks nice.
And then he leaves.
You do see a smile on his face before you finish leaving.
As you catch up, Wrath turns to you. This isn't good. Already past the ground zero point.
There's still a chance, though.
Yeah, we need to go see the mayor. I think Tempest was heading that way. We should catch up.
Yeah. I think we still have time to change all this, even though we're a couple weeks late. That's okay. I think we can do this.
On the way, Wrath is going to try to reach out to Patches. Does he feel anything?
When you try to reach out to him, you don't feel any connection. No magic. As if the rings themselves have been given their magic, but haven't been connected to the other side that they would normally form a bond with.
It's going to be difficult.
All right. Let's start with Twilight. You were heading to town to go check in on or to the residential to check in on that mother. As you get there, there's a guard currently standing at the top of where the rope ladder would be, and he kind of just shouts down
At you. Hail, traveler. What brings you here? Did we get a DC on here? Did we lose you, Twilight?
Yeah.
We lost you? You're here?
No.
You're the one
I'm
that
here.
he's speaking to. You're the
Oh,
one
I
he's
didn't
speaking
quite
to.
catch that. Sorry, I was just like, so what did he say to me?
Hail, why have you come?
I thought I was at the cabin for the mom and dad, the mom and the kids' house. No.
their house was in the middle of all the other residential. They don't live in a cabin in the woods. They live in the residential portion of the village.
Okay.
And when you get there, to the rope ladder that leads up, the guard standing there shouts down to you.
Oh, the guard is standing there. Oh shit, I don't like guards.
Yes.
Hail, adventurer.
Sorry,
why have you come?
Let's just say I come for other purposes rather than to speak with you. So, I need to talk to her, the lady upstairs.
There are many ladies up here, and something that vague, that reeks of trouble.
You know what? I don't really have to communicate with you. I can fly. So she's just gonna try flying up to the window.
And now to roll some attack rolls.
I gotta do what?
I have to roll some attack rolls.
Shit.
Let's see, let me pull up your AC again, because I'm not, correctly on it at this moment. Hey, don't reload on me like that, you dick. There we are. Alright, you have an AC of 19. So the first one's a critical hit, automatically hits. The second one was a 20, which barely hits. Then the next two miss. As you take 2 arrows to the chest. The first is 48, so that's an average 9, 18. Plus 4 is 22 damage for the first, and another 18 is 40 for the second one. So you take 58 damage as you feel magical arrows slam into your chest at full power.
So how much, where am I
You
at?
took 40 and 22. You took 62 points of damage.
Jesus. I don't think that's quite critical, but it does hurt, right?
Oh, very much. That was close to half your health. As
Yeah.
the guard shouts at you again.
I wouldn't suggest trying it. That was a warning. Go back to the ground, or we shoot again.
She's gonna turn into a little housefly.
And with a very simple technique, they have lost sight of you.
Yes. She's gonna try to see if there's an open window.
Yeah, when you get over to her house, she's kind of more central in town, not near any of the major guard points. She does have an open window, and you can smell fresh eggs and bacon wafting out from the window.
Okay, so she goes into the window, but she's got to do this very stealthily when she turns back into her human self. So she's gonna try to avoid it. She's gonna go upstairs, kind of make sure that no one's around.
So there's no upstairs or downstairs. It's a single floor home.
Shit. Let's see, how am I gonna pull this off? Is there any bedrooms that are open?
If
Doors
you fly
open
down the
at all?
hallway, you do notice that Jonathan's bedroom is open.
But he's probably in there, right? Well, I can go check.
Once you get down to the end of the hall, you notice, no, the door's just open. He's not there. His window is closed. His bed is made. Nice and clean room.
This isn't good. Because I didn't notice Jonathan at all, right?
No. Your prior experience was also her making dinner. She is currently making breakfast in the morning.
Oh, shit. So she's gonna go back out the window and she's gonna kind of, bypass the guard and kind of get back to everybody at the party and saying, I think Jonathan's gone.
All right, so you're going to head back towards the graveyard then?
Yeah.
Okay. Tempest, over to you. Which building were you going to again? The judicial?
Yeah, that was planned.
So as you get over there, you, of course, see the rope ladder is pulled up and there's a guard standing there at the moment. And she shouts down to you, "Hail, traveler! Why are you here?"
Just to reiterate, I went here for like obituaries or something.
Yes, more or less.
Okay. I want to check the death records for a specific name.
And what purpose would a... Oh, my apologies. You are a member of the Kind Hairs. Please let me lower the ladder for you. Have you come to give us aid? Has the Lord in Eldwin finally saw fit to help us?
You know what? We are here to help. You guys are absolutely worth the effort right now.
Then please head to the mayor's mansion immediately. And take this with you. It'll prove that you have permission to be there from one of the guard.
Oh, I thank you kindly for this.
So she hands you basically just like a $half sized coin, essentially, that has a crest engraved on it. You assume it's the crest of the mayor.
It cut out on you after the crest?
It's the crest of the mayor.
Okay. I carry on, acting confident like this is totally how it was planned.
So you head to the mayor's office, since it's a different direction than the judicial?
You know what? Just because the situation changed so unexpectedly. Yes.
Okay. As you get to the door, the two guards standing at the entrance to it, they begin that same process of like trying to call you out, but they cut mid-sentence because they're much closer and they recognize the crest of the Kind Hairs. And then one of the guards speaks to very directly, kind of almost letting his guard down just slightly.
My apologies. You are of the Kind Hairs. But we also can't just let you in without proof and validation of your visit to come here to see the mayor. Do you have that with you?
Are you referring to this?
Yes.
Pull out the coin.
Exactly. Please, come in. I believe the mayor is busy right now, but one of his maids should meet you just inside, and they will let you know where you need to wait for him.
Thank you kindly. I bow and I walk in. Just like that, you know.
So when you walk in, the foyer, the main entrance here, is nearly as big as the one in the judicial building. And this is just a house someone lives in, but it's absolutely massive. And at the top of the stairs, you see two hallways that kind of go deeper to the left and right, as well as a doorway that likely goes into like a ballroom or something similar. To the right and left on the first floor, there are also several doors, as well as hallways about in the middle of the area. So likely other rooms further down that way as well. And there is a maid who happens to be coming across at that moment. She's carrying a tray that has like a drink and a small cake on it. You must be here to see the Lord. Please follow me. I'm on my way to his office right now to deliver his morning sack. You'll just have to wait outside. We do have a bench there for you. And is there anything I can get you to drink or to eat, if you'd like?
No, thank you. You've done enough.
Oh, okay. And she shows you where the room is. Of course, gestures for you to take a seat before she proceeds to knock on the door, to which you hear a gruff older man's voice on the other side tell her to come in. And she does so and closes the door very quickly behind her, and you also hear a lock snap closed after she does. She's in there for a few minutes. She's likely telling the Lord about your visit, as well as giving him his morning snack and drink and all of that. When she finally comes out, though, she stops and bows to you. My apologies, but currently the mayor is very, very busy. He won't be able to see you until this evening. Would you be able to come back around 5? I know it's it's quite the burden to ask a member of the kind hairs to wait, but the mayor simply can't interrupt what he's doing right now.
Oh, don't worry. I'm probably the most patient amongst all of my kind.
Thank you for your understanding. And if you need anything before you leave, I can get it for you as well. Are you
It should
sure
be
you don't
fine.
want a drink? Okay. Let me lead you back to the entrance. Please follow me.
Just trotting along.
You do get the sense that she's just kind of a mess of anxiety issues. Like, she's very twitchy and very worried about setting off the mayor or you or anyone she perceives as being of higher value than her. And she takes you to the door, and she does open it as well to let you out back into the main area. The guards just kind of nod at you as you leave as well.
Before I actually fully leave and thank them, I want to place a hand on the lady's shoulder and just tell her, "You're doing a great job around here."
You see her shoulders kind of relax a little bit, and without meaning to, she just kind of lets out a soft sigh. Please, have a wonderful day.
Of course. And I start heading to the judicial.
All right, so you take kind of an alternate path, so you don't have to go past the guard again. And when you get to the judicial building, there's no one standing outside, standing guard. But as you enter, you do notice there are a couple of guards stationed inside, as well as a woman sitting at the receptionist desk. She doesn't look up from what she's working on, though.
Excuse me?
Oh, my apologies. You're a member of the Kind Hairs. Shouldn't you have gone to the mayor's office to speak with him?
Yeah, he turned out to actually be busy, so I gotta kill some time till the afternoon.
Oh, I'm not sure really what interest you might have here. It's mostly paperwork and legal jargon. Not normally
records of anyone's
blades. Yes, absolutely. But are there any deaths that we should be concerned about? Obviously, I don't know what was in the correspondence between the mayor and the Lord and Eldwin, but can't imagine that any of the deaths in particular on their own stood out. Or are you looking for records of just all of the deaths to see if maybe you can find something that we might have missed?
I lean close enough that only she can hear me. I need to read. I need to learn what I can on Mork Zurkerbog. Bog.
See, give me a moment. I will go down there and speak to them personally. Please wait here. It shouldn't take more than maybe 10 minutes for me to get the paperwork that you're looking for.
Take a deep breath before you do.
You see her kind of
take in a deep breath, just in and then out. So you see her shoulders kind of relax. It's very clear that she throws herself overly much into her work. Kind of doesn't really, doesn't really stop to take a breath or relax throughout her workday. And even though it's just begun, you can see from the papers scattered across the desk that she does a lot more than just greet people.
I'm becoming everyone's emotional support animal.
It's awesome.
So it takes longer than the 10 minutes that she offered up, but she does return finally with a stack of papers, and a stack of folders, and you can see there's several pages in every one of them, and she hands them over to you and explains what they all are.
So the top one is his birth and death certificate, as well as the mortuary's report on his body and the condition it was in. We also have the folder underneath that is all the information from the investigation they did on his death. The folder below that is a record of his hunting and fishing licenses. And below that is just his general record of behavior within the town. We keep a fairly close eye on everybody. Concerns of ghost possession and demonic possession are rampant around here. But truly, there's nothing to worry about. There's no demons, no ghosts around here.
Looks up at my horns. Yeah. This will do just fine. Thank you.
She goes back to sit at her desk, and she does kind of, realize that she forgot something, and mentions, you just need to make sure to return it by end of day at 5 p.m.
That lines up perfectly.
Where to next?
I'm heading back to meet them real quick.
All right. Pious, Raph, where were you heading after you left the mortuary?
Official, right? We've got to see the mayor.
All right. So as you're all traveling, Wrath, Pious, you connect with Twilight first. Who I'm just gonna assume was kind of flying, so she can keep a better eye out for everybody. 'Cause she's not near the guards or passing any lines she shouldn't at that point. So the two of you meet back up, and as you're heading back towards the mayor's house, you all kind of meet up about like a quarter mile away from the lake, closer, towards a quarter mile towards the graveyard.
Hey, you'll find what you were looking for.
I'm still a fly, right?
No. By now you're back to your normal form.
Oh.
Actually, no. I forgot about duration going up with level. You could be a fly if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be funny just to fly up a Raph's nose or into like Pious's mouth.
So when the two of you met
Immediately
up,
catch lightning.
yeah. So yeah, that's how you met up. You're back in human form by the time the question is posed. Did you all find what you were looking for?
I think I got us plenty and then some.
Really?
That's good.
I got this stack here on Mort, everything we got in probably could learn on him. And I may have inadvertently gotten an audience with the mayor.
Oh, see about getting an audience with the mayor. That's perfect. How did you do this?
Apparently they were hoping that the Kindhurst would send the help necessary, but they had started to give up on that hope. Once they saw my crest, well, that changed. They practically just ushered me in.
Cleric at the cemetery told us kind of much the same. I was going to ask. You could use that angle.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. This has been such a remote journey. I forgot the feeling.
Well, what time is our appointment?
The mayor is at 5 o'clock, which we also must return these by 5.
Okay. Spend the rest of time looking through them, seeing what we clean.
For sure, we have to use what time we have.
Time. You said it was around noon.
So it was about 8, 9, and roughly 2 hours have passed, 2.5 hours. So somewhere around like 11:30 noon now.
Let's see what we can find. I'll start papers, seeing what information that we don't already know.
Well, Jonathan's gone, and I'm thinking something seriously wrong has happened to him. Well, before something seriously bad happens to him, I think we should go find him because his mom's making breakfast, and the fucking breakfast smells so good right now.
I checked the dates on his death record. How many days do we have before that final note that Tempest and I had found was made about being the last one alive?
About 2 weeks.
We never learned when during all this, Jonathan.
No, you never learned when most of the instances actually occurred. You could surmise like the courtroom death from files you'd seen. You have an exact date currently for the death of Mork, which you've gotten a time frame in relation to that, so you know what date currently is compared to when that last note was left. They say 2 weeks, but it's 13 days.
Didn't I pick up Jonathan's records?
No, you guys never found Jonathan's records.
Okay.
But you are aware that his mother's death happened at night, and that Jonathan was at home when it happened.
Right, and that's where I'm freaking out.
She went crazy whenever she found out he was gone, right? Maybe we get him home before that happens.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. We have time. Let's try to find him.
Well, we also know that he went to the lake, don't we? Didn't we discover that he was likely at the lake? He went there to hang out sometimes?
Yes, with his
His
significant
girlfriend.
other, supposedly.
Right.
Right. Maybe he's with her right now, and they're getting ready to go to the lake.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Well, I hate to do this, but that's kind of my priority.
Okay, that's fair. Do the two flyers want to take point on that? I'll stay here and research these papers, see what we can learn. It would be faster for the two of you who can fly to get there, I'm sure.
Sounds good.
Thank you, thank you, Tempest. I really appreciate this.
I love how you almost said thank you, Twilight. You almost made the
I
mistake
know
the
I
rest of
did.
us do.
I know I did.
Okay. So, Pious, Wrath, the two of you are going to look into the files. Which folder are you going to start with, Wrath? Since I presume you're going to take one off the pile before you hand it to Pious.
What was the thing about ghosts they were talking about?
So that was just commentary made to Tempest. It wasn't anything involving the files.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna start at the back and work my way towards the beginning. I'll let you take the front and work your way towards the back if you want, Pious.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, so the files again were death, birth certificate, and the coroner's report, essentially. The next file was the investigation into his death, And then there was the file with his hunting fishing license history. And then the fourth file was his general record. Or the last one was his general record.
I'll take death, mortuary report, and then investigation. Kind of like work my way back chronologically.
Okay. So, Pious, you'll start with the general report, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. So, Pious, you open it up, and you see quickly that they have the most recent files on top and the, oldest ones down at the bottom. But the latest, documented incident in his records notes specifically a recurring pattern of behavior because he had a tendency to get into drunken fights with people. Regularly kicked out of the bar, literally dragged out. He would pick fights with children. He was a violent man, filled with a rage that just never went away. And it also notes on this very first page that his stint into this depression started when his wife passed away out on the lake, about 5 years prior to his own death. And that's where we're going to wrap it up for tonight.
No, we got to figure out if Jonathan's dead.
No, we don't.
Next week.
Next
Damn.
week. No. As always, I love you. Bye-bye, Kupo.
I love yous.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.